Good Monday morning, if you're live, to another insight of or another session of God's insight for the soul. Um, welcome to the party. Welcome to the energy. Welcome to the freedom. I have been on quite a little journey over the last few weeks of really seeing how free I'm not, which is good news because it invites me into more. So I have had just in the last couple of days, like this much sleep, 0 1 hour, not very much sleep because I have been like deep in meditation and prayerful energy with the Lord. So I am fired up today. So let's see what comes out. Oh, sorry. I'm Lori. This is my co-host, Bridget. Bridget, would you like to say anything?
I'm just super excited that you're so fired up.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
On not much sleep, too. That's impressive.
Well, it really like remember when Jesus was talking to the disciples and they're like, Master, you must eat. And he's like, dude, I eat off shit that isn't like I don't live on bread alone or whatever. I don't sleep on sleep alone, or I don't rest on sleep alone, or whatever. I know it's a very oxymoronic uh reality thing experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mm.
do this.
All right, Lori. For those of you who don't know, Lori, our participant, is going to ask a question or have a situation she'd like some insight on, or we will pull a card. And then because Lori is our only participant, the other Lori and I will also pull cards so that our participant Lori can sit back in the observation role as well, which is the magic and the beauty of doing this group session type of work. So, Lori, do you want to get us started?
Which Lori, me? Lori?
Yes. Yes.
I was trying to think of it, something, a question, but I never come up with something on the spot. So
Mm.
like things always come up when other people speak. So I don't know if you guys want to start your cards first and then maybe something will come up. Can we do it that way? Or do you want me
Well,
to
why don't
start?
we just draw a card for you?
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, we'll just draw a
Okay.
card for you.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like the blue deck, the purple deck, or the brown deck?
Blue.
This is a newer deck to me. Sometimes I just feel like I want to shake things up a little bit. And sometimes I get decks and I'm like, man, I don't really like it. And then they just say, hey, give us another try. And I go, okay, I'll give you another try. Um, yeah. Well, this is the picture. And the word is, I'm gonna spell it.
Okay, please do.
ORNITHOMANCE. Any ideas what that word is?
I am
Or
gonna look it up.
ornithomancy?
And underneath it, it says omen.
Ooh.
So, Bridget, are you looking up what that word means?
I am. It
Okay.
is the ancient practice of divination through the observation of birds, including their flight patterns, songs, behavior to interpret omens, or predict the future.
Lori, why is that funny? We're going to do things a little bit different today because typically, if you haven't been on one of our sessions before, typically we're take a minute and we get some downloads. But the fact that Lori responded that way, I would love to hear what's coming up in relationship to this card.
Yeah, it is. And there are no coinky dinks, right? So I went to Miracle Hot Springs with a woman that I met last March at the Wilderness First Responder course, and she's from Utah. And we sat next to each other on that first day, and we were just, buzzy. We just we hit it off right away. And she was at that course because she's never been backpacking before and needs to know how to take care of herself in the backcountry. And and I said, I'll take you backpacking. So we went backpacking last summer and then have just we've stayed in contact, but not consistent contact since then. Just every once in a while say hi. So she's not a high maintenance person. And every time we get together, we just buzz. And we decided to book this trip. She lives in Utah and we kind of met halfway, and we were hiking in Box Canyon, and there were eagles everywhere, and swallows and starlings and crows and bald eagles and golden eagles and ospreys, and we were just in awe of all of these birds. And we were joking back and forth because there's these, I don't one of these days we're going to know what all these birds are because we're getting older, and that's what old people do is they go bird watching. And we're like, well, now we know why they go bird watching, because they are really fascinating. We just didn't know how fascinating birds were. And then we go to have lunch with they're at this little dive diner, and there was this other couple there, and they were talking, when they got up to leave, they were talking to the waitress and said, we're gonna go see if we can find some eagles. And we were kind of like, both looked at each other and like, that's cool. We just saw a whole bunch. And then we go to Thousand Springs and we're hiking around there, and this couple that have giant cameras and they're taking pictures of everything. And we get to talking to them because they have a couple of cute dogs. And he says, did you guys see the eagle tree? And we said, what eagle tree? So he showed us these picture of, and I left my car at the diner because I'm almost out of gas. Left my car at the diner when we go to Thousand Springs, and he pulls up on his camera lens the viewfinder this eagle tree, and there's 30 bald eagles just sitting in this tree there. It's like a migration path, and they do it every year. We even Google eagle tree, and it takes us, like a map to the eagle tree, and it's right behind the diner we were just at. So we just had just bird after bird after bird encounter. And there's and then last night we go for a walk, and out back in our house there is a skeleton, like a full intact skeleton of a bird right in our path. And it's just like all of these bird things keep coming up all of a sudden.
So there are, I'm sure, a lot of symbologies behind birds.
Mm-hmm.
And there is this aspect of what's coming up is this freedom and seeing the freedom of the birds, seeing a bird's eye view. Like there's several specific things for the birds that are coming up. But the biggest thing that's coming up to gift you the insight of today is, what if this card was simply and only like, I think sometimes we get caught up in the symbology and miss the symbol that
Mm.
you're loved, that you're thought about, that in three different decks and all these cards, God would make sure that this card was chosen for you. The birds already happened, right? We so often, I think, go, oh, I want insight for what I'm supposed to do and what my future holds, and what's going to come to me. But I feel like God's saying, Lori, do you see I gave you a whole weekend or week or whatever of birds, and then I chose this card for you today to tell you I'm thinking about you yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And you booked this session before you saw the birds. But God knew Lori's going to book a session. Then I'm going to show her birds. Then I'm going to give her this card because, yes, the symbology of the birds is so great, but I'm the motherfucking creator of it all. And I want you to recognize that I've been thinking about you because I love you. I like you. I want to be in communion and relationship with you. I orchestrated all of this just to tell you how much I love you.
Mm.
It's pretty spectacular, Lori. Thank you for involving us in your love affair.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I feel like, what is that? What is that? Okay, guys, you're welcome. If you're new to God's Insight for the Soul, we like to just play in all kinds of freedom that we don't even know that we're gonna play in. But what is it called when people like to watch people have sex? Voyeurism? No. Is that it?
I,
Well,
Okay.
I mean, you can
sure.
be a
Well,
voyeur of birds too.
Okay. Well, I feel like a voyeurist overlooking Lori's love affair with God. So anyway, thank you for that.
that was beautiful. That, Lori, very much the same. I love all of those words because the biggest thing that was really pulling on me too, as you're telling the story and you're hiking and you're watching this kind of bird and that kind of bird and they're all around you and then the tree is right behind the diner and all I kept thinking was, yes, this everything in creation, it like you said, not an accident. It's no coinkydink that the card that you
Hmm.
drew is a word none of us even know. We have to look up to figure out what it even means. And then you're like, of course that's my card because I just had this amazing experience being in God's creation with these birds, right? And all I kept getting was because so often in life we do try to put meaning on everything. Well, or we try to figure it out. We try to am I doing this right? Am I saying the right words? Does somebody understand what I'm doing? Is this right? Is this right? Well, I'm gonna figure it all out. And and it was more of this just playful God saying, you actually have all of the answers within you. Just let me reveal them. Let me show you. Oh, look, here's all of these birds. Here's the eagle tree that people travel hundreds of miles to come to happens to be at some winky-dink diner that you parked your car next to.
Hmm.
You happen to, there's no coincidences, Lori.
Hmm.
It is such a beautiful revelation of how loved you are and how God simply wants to be a part of every day with you, every moment with you, every every experience with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
I
Well, does the card say anything else? Is that just it?
That's it.
Oh.
That's why, like, sometimes I don't like, I think that's one of the reasons I don't love these cards. But like, this is where God says, okay, Lori, do you think you picked those cards on your own? I drew you to those cards. Maybe it's just the picture. Maybe you don't need more information. Maybe just take what I already gave you in the word. Maybe this is opportunity for me to speak to you more instead of you utilizing the words on the card. So yeah, that's all it is. Just two words. That's it.
What's the picture look like again?
And it's hard to see, but there's birds right here.
Mm-hmm. Out a window too, huh?
Yeah. Interesting that it's out a window. Like our viewpoint can feel very trapped sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they're out there
Or
pretty.
just, you wouldn't, if you were inside and didn't have a window, you wouldn't know that those were out there. So you get to stand at the window and be a voyeur.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bridget, do you want one, 5, or 9?
5.
I love this deck because it's called Past Life Energy.
Mm.
And when I first started using it, I'm like, again, you guys, I'm so like, again, I'm recognizing more and more like how free I'm not. And I recognize it in my judgment, right? I'm like, I don't like these cards. They don't come out the way I thought. Blah, blah, blah. And God's like, Lori, you're so cute. You're just adorable. But then when I really started tapping into what is a past life, and the fact that Paul says, I die daily, so a past life could have been yesterday. And like, the promise that Jesus gave us is new life. And he's doing something new. And unfortunately, I think sometimes in religion, we think it's a one and done, like, oh, I'm saved. Now I'm born again. When really we could die daily, almost moment by moment, and say, oh man, I'm recognizing this old identity and I want to die to that and be born again into my divine nature as made in the image of God. So then I started really geeking out on these cards because I'm like, oh, what identity are we holding on to that we can die to right now, leave it in the past, and be born again into a new version of ourselves? Right? Okay. Bridget, are you overworked? Are you out of balance? Now, here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to say. And this is going to sound a little like bossy, but I'm going to do it anyway because that's how I roll. Yeah, guess what? This card is showing you, Bridget, you're overworked and out of balance. But see, this isn't necessarily the wholeness of us. There's lots of places that Bridget is at rest. There's lots of places where Bridget is totally in alignment, right? This card is saying, but Bridget, where are you not free? Where are you overworking yourself still? Where are you out of balance? And guys, the ultimate balance is not work-life balance. It's not husband-friend balance. It's not caring for our parents or caring for our children balance. It's balance between our human and our spirit. It's balance between the one made in the image of God and the child of the Father, right? I love the picture and the image of Jesus because he knew who he was. He walked in the authority of his divine nature. And he still was like, okay, God, what do I do today? What do I do now? I only speak what the Lord or what the Father tells me to say, right? So where are you overworking one part of you or the other and out of balance between your human and your spirit? And guys, the minute that we're out of balance with our human and our spirit, we're no longer in love. And now, of course, we're overworked because we're doing what we're doing for love instead of from love.
Mm.
And again, I'll go back to how does that apply to Lori? Well, if I was looking at all the nuances in my life, right? I'm gonna join in, guys, because this is an all play, right? That's the beauty of doing this as a group. This is an all play, right? So where don't I? In fact, just this morning I posted a thing and it said like, okay, God, what have you done for me lately? And I said, I would never have the audacity to ask so ungratefully like that. But what do I do is, oh, I'm going to be obedient. I wonder what God's going to do from this, right? And then he says, hey, Lori, maybe focus on what I've already done. And then I go, oh shit. You're right, right? We're looking to be loved, but if I look back, there's proof. There's proof because I booked this session and then I saw birds and then I got that card. Here's the proof. You want to be loved? There it is. Right. And again, I'm using that example for Lori, but same for how I do that same thing. Like, okay, God, where do you not love me because you didn't do that thing that I thought you were supposed to do? As opposed to, man, I see all the things he's done. Right. So where are you still working way too hard? Love it.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Bridget, would you like me to draw from deck Ingrid, Gertrude, or Bartholomew?
Bartholomew.
Okay. It says, oh, relationship repeat. Shift, release, or enjoy.
Mm.
What did it say? Relationship what?
Repeat. Shift, release, or enjoy. And it looks like they're at Bridgerton. I don't watch that show, but my daughter does, and I feel like that's how they're dressed, right? Is that a Bridgerton dress? I don't know.
Oh, yes. That's a
Okay.
Bridgerton dress.
Okay.
I love how you even started when you were first talking with Lori about this romance with God. And that's exactly this relationship repeat. And that's what God wants in our life is to keep coming back to Him, right? And so this continuation of, oh, where am I not? Where am I being obedient to you, God? And where am I doubting you, God? And where am I thinking that I can do it without you, God? And where am I wanting you to show me that you love me? But if I look over here, there's the proof of it. And if I look over here and I'm saying, but I want you to show me, and He's going, like, repeat. Hey, this is all like a dance. And that's what the couple were doing, right? They were dancing. I sometimes I don't think like God isn't really like leading the dance, but He's not following the dance. He's just He's every part of the dance, we're the ones who go, oh, where are you? Oh, there you are. And he's like, I've been right here all the time. Like he's in the birds, he's in the everything. And he just wants us to dance. He doesn't care like who's leading, who's following. We as humans put those stipulations on ourselves. Oh, I need God to show me this, or oh, I need insight for this, or I can't, I'm having a hard time, so I'm gonna, turn to prayer, or there's all of these reasons that we do the things that we do, and yet God is sitting there just amongst us going, I just want you to dance. It doesn't matter what it looks like because I'm in each of it. I'm a leader, I'm a follower, I'm all of it. And just have a relationship with me.
Mhm.
So good.
What a beautiful like bow to tie all of these together is again just
Yeah.
this relationship, this beautiful romance that we are invited to live each and every day, each and every moment.
Mm.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, I love, and what's coming up is just like, I mean, as I closed my eyes and I sat there and God's like, I'm right here, Lori. I'm right here. Like he's never left us.
Hmm.
He's, I'm right here, Lori. So good. So good.
So good.
Fire, bitches. Fire. All right. Okay. Well, if this was fun for you and we didn't scare you away, we would love to have you come and join us. We always have 3 spots available. We make do when there's only one person. If you want to come on, but you don't want to be on camera, maybe you have something you want to ask that's very private and you want to protect the guilty or the innocent, whatever, however that rolls, we can take you off camera. We can change the name on your box and keep you completely anonymous. So come play with us. Excuse me. I always get so like when I'm releasing energy, yawns, burps, hiccups. It's weird, but I'm ready to release stuff. So have an amazing rest of your day. We also have, I think, about 35 maybe different episodes of this. So if this was insightful for you and you want some more encouragement, you don't want to come on here, but you want some more, check it out. There's lots of other episodes. So
Yes. Yes.
all right. Anything else, Bridget?
No, and Lori said if we didn't scare you away, and I just encourage you, if we did scare you away too, ask us questions. Ask how
Mm.
can we, how does this all work? How do we talk about God and yet we're pulling angel cards? Oxymoron? Mm.
I love that.
It's voodoo. We're just doing voodoo here.
Well, it's so cool because I actually just the other day had somebody come up and ask me, like, how are you a former pastor's wife and you teach manifestation?
Mm.
And I'm like, manifestation is the unseen coming into the physical. Jesus was the ultimate OG. He made hands appear, he made lives come back. He made blind eyes see. That's manifestation. And so I love when we have, like, I used to get all tweaked out when people would like question my integrity. And now I'm like, no, I love it. I genuinely love it. So, Bridget, thank you for the invitation for people. I love it because that's the lie, guys. That's the lie that we're trapped in, that we're not free. Anywhere that we're afraid is where the Holy Spirit is revealing to us where we're not free. anywhere we judge is Holy Spirit revealing to us where we're not free. So now I'm like, yes, bring on the doubt, bring on the questions, bring on the questioning my integrity, like bring it on, because there is freedom on the other side of that question. So thank you for bringing that up, Bridget.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, beautifuls. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Oh, I forgot I don't have my mouse. I gotta push unrecord.